Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Pater ημών, ο εν εις ουρανής, αγιαστήτω το όνομά σου, ελθέτω η βασιλεία σου, γεννηθήτω το θέλημά σου, ως εν ουρανό και επί της γης. Των άρτων ημών των επιούσιων δώσει ημίν σήμερον, και άφησε ημίν το φιλήμετα ημών, ως και εμείς εφήμεν τις πλέτες ημών, και εμείς συνέχιση ημάς εις περισμών, αλλά ρίσα ημάς από του πονηρού. Ότι σου έστειν η βασιλεία και η δύναμις και η δόξα του Πατρός και του Υιού και του Υιού Πνεύματος, νυν και αεί και εις τους αιώνας των αιώνων. Αμήν. Lord, bless the food and the drink of thy servants and the hands that have prepared it, and bless especially the runners and the volunteers in the upcoming marathon, for you are holy now and ever and unto the ages of ages. Amen.
Thank you, Father. The food lines are open. Kali όρεξη, bon appetit. We will resume our program once everyone has been served. The 3rd annual Houston Athens Marathon Exchange Program. My name is Ted Snyder. As a member of the Greek community, it is my pleasure to welcome you here this evening and facilitate with some introductions. I know we get a lot of repeat business here. It was said by the ancient Greek Hippocrates that one should never eat anything bigger than their head. I think there may be some people in trouble here this evening. As you all know, the Houston Marathon will take place this Sunday, and as such, will continue a tradition that's now 48 years old. That's 48 years of marathons in Houston and 33 years of the Houston Athens Marathon Exchange Program. It's a lot of races, it's a lot of carbo loading, and it's all planted in a tradition that started 2,500 years ago in Greece. It's rather remarkable how a tradition started so long ago continues to draw tremendous interest worldwide. The whole world, after all these centuries, loves marathons, a race that commemorates a 26.2-mile trail that was run a very long time ago. But marathons are fun. How many people here have run a marathon before? We have a few hands and some other carbo loaders. You can all speak to how much fun it is to run a marathon. So amongst the thousands of runners, workers, and volunteers who will be participating in the event on Sunday, there are 2 competitors in particular who are here from Greece. This is our exchange program. The Houston Athens Marathon Exchange Program is the only program of its type in the country, and it involves taking 2 qualified runners from our local Houston Marathon and sending them to Greece to compete in the Athens Classic Marathon. Likewise, 2 qualified competitors from Greece are brought here to run in our Houston Marathon. The program offers tremendous advantages in a lot of different ways. One thing that it does is cast a historical perspective on the Houston Marathon phenomenon by linking it with its ancient Greek traditions. Just as pasticcio needs Greek seasonings, so do marathons. So we're here tonight to welcome and to honor our runners from Greece in keeping with the rich tradition of the marathon and of the exchange program. I'm very pleased to see so many people here supporting this event. 33 years of pasticcio could not happen without you. So thank you all for being here tonight. The Office of the Consul General of Greece has been in Houston since 1988. It's a tremendous asset having the consul here in Houston to facilitate with various transactions in Greece. We get people from all over the state who come here to transact with the consul and his staff, some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. We're very fortunate to have an extraordinary person serving in the Greek diplomatic corps here. Mr. Yannis Stamatekos was assigned to Houston just a few years ago. He brings with him a wealth of experience. Before coming to Houston, he was in the cabinet of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Greece. He was an attaché of the Directorate of Economic Relations with Russia. He was deputy head of mission in Tripoli, Libya, and deputy head of mission in Budapest, Hungary. And now the ultimate challenge is to take on Houston. A very capable man. We're very pleased to have him here in Houston, and we're honored to welcome him here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Consul General of Greece, the Honorable Yannis Stamatekos.
Thank you very much. Καλησπέρα σας. For for those of you that I haven't met since here, best wishes for a happy, prosperous and very productive 2020. This is the fourth pasticcio dinner I'm attending since I assumed my duties here in Houston back in 2016. It is one of the most important events of the Greek community here in Houston, and this is because it brings together the Greek community with the local community, with the Houstonians. I'm particularly pleased to see every year Brad Koch, the representative of the Houston Chevron Marathon, and I would like to congratulate for the organization of this event. This is the 32nd annual pasticcio dinner, the Hellenic Cultural Center, and the Athens Marathon Exchange Program, and in particular Anthony Kouzounis, who has been a leader for this program, Dennis Moustakis, and of course the president of the Hellenic Cultural Center of the Southwest, Mr. Yannis Remediakis, who has been tremendous in the work he is doing for the Greek community, not only in Houston, but in the United States of America. I'm particularly pleased to welcome tonight, this evening, two great athletes, two great runners from Greece, Panagiotis Vlachaki and Dimitris Theodorikakos. We are very proud to have two great athletes, two great runners coming from Greece and representing the Greek colors on Sunday's event. I'm sure you will do great. You're great athletes. You have great experience on the event, and you will represent us as good as you can. I hope that you will enjoy the hospitality of the Greek community of Houston. Everybody, all athletes, the 4 years I've spent here, are very happy with the hospitality shown by the Greek community here in Houston, and they want to come back to run again the Houston Marathon. I'm sure you will have the same feeling after you leave Houston on Monday. I would like also to welcome those athletes from Houston that have run in the past the authentic, the original marathon, the Athens Marathon. I met an individual here in the room. He has run in 2014 the Athens Marathon. And I would like to conclude by saying that you have to support this program. It is a unique program that combines the Athens Marathon and the Houston Marathon. It is unique in the United States. No other city has a program like that. It is a worthy cause, and I'm very happy to see so many of you here tonight. So without further ado, enjoy your pasticcio dinner. Congratulate and support on Sunday the two Greek runners, but all the runners that will participate in the event. And keep supporting the Greek community, the Hellenic Cultural Center, for the great work that they are doing for Greek causes and Greece here in Houston. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yanni, very much for your words. Could not have said it better myself. I should point out that the consul is also an extraordinary basketball coach, so he'll make good use of his carbo load this evening. See, we're well-rounded athletes here. Leave no stone unturned. So, there are many cities in the world that host marathon events. Some are big and some are small. Some are difficult and some are really difficult. But the Athens Marathon is the mother of them all. The Athens Classic Marathon is run every year in November, and it is run along the same approximate path that the ancient messenger Philippides ran some 2,500 years ago. It starts in the town of Marathon, and it ends in Athens at the historic Panathinaikos Stadium. The Athens course is very difficult, as evidenced by, as the legend has it, the messenger Philippides, who fought in the Battle of Marathon, then ran non-stop to Athens to announce to the assembly, Nikomen, we have won, whereupon he collapsed from exhaustion, and died. Now, of course, he did not have the advantage of carbo load, pasticcio, water stations, supply, and the like. And maybe that would have made a difference. Maybe fighting all day in the Battle of Marathon hindered his energy a little bit too. Nonetheless, the course is very difficult. If anyone has run it, in fact, I'll ask again, has anybody run the marathon in Greece? There we go. I know 2 people here have. It's a very challenging course. It's a very challenging course. In the modern era, the race has drawn worldwide acclaim. It draws runners from all over the world. For purposes of our exchange program, it is our sister event. The beauty of this program, the Houston-Athens Marathon Exchange, is we get to meet some really wonderful people from abroad. And to this end, we have our honored guest this evening. The runners from Greece are selected by the Greek Sports Ministry, and their selection is based on a variety of criteria, including the outstanding performances of the runners in various events, not just the marathon, but they must show a continuity of excellence in different athletic endeavors. So at this time, I would like to introduce our honored guest, the winners of the 2019-2020 exchange program. From Greece, we have Yota Blahaki, and Dimitri Theodorakopoulos.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for this extraordinary experience. It's a big honor for us to come here and support and to see how the values of our country are being very, highlighted here with people that I know that you are from Greece and you miss our country. For me, as it was said before, Athens is a really tough course, but it has the spirit of the marathon, and I've run it 17 times. My first one was in 2001. I also came here 14 years ago, in 2006, so it's a great experience to run it again and to feel for another time all the energy that we expect to meet in Sunday from you. Because, you know, as runners, take some of the power that you can give us through your cheering. So we expect to see you and enjoy the rest of the night.
Bravo!
Hi, my name is Elias Neofytides. It's my first time here. Sorry. I participated in Rio in the Olympic Games 2016. I had an injury after that, so I ran the marathon in Athens. And now I run the Houston Marathon. And thanks to the Greek community for the hospitality. It was the best. Thank you.
I would like to welcome also Yota came this evening with her mother here from Greece, Kalliope Markoyanaki. Thank you for coming. And Dimitri is here with his lovely wife, Sofia Riga. guys put a lot of hard work to be here tonight. We congratulate you. We're very happy that you're here, and we wish you much success in the race on Sunday. Συγχαρητήρια, χαρήκαμε που είσαι εδώ και θα σας εύχομαι μεγάλη επιτυχία και καλή τύχη και καλή δύναμη στον αγώνα την Κυριακή. So now we come to Houston's marathon, the sister event of Athens. Houston's first marathon took place in 1972. At that time, it was about 100 runners and a couple of dozen volunteers, and the entire event was contained within Memorial Park. Now, 48 years later, the Chevron Houston Marathon ranks among the best in the world and is one of Houston's premier events. The scope of this race is huge. There are some 14,000 runners in the main event, 13,000 runners in the half marathon. There's also the 5K, the children's fun run, the hoopla stations. You've got roughly 100 hoopla stations with support groups, bands, belly dancers. All of this requires organization of businesses and thousands of people to get civil permits, to get police, to get volunteers lined up. A lot of people work tirelessly in this endeavor. This is a function of the Houston Marathon Committee. Marathon Committee has a lot of people who work very hard year-round. I would like next to recognize one of the key people responsible for organizing this operation. The race director and president of Houston Marathon Committee, Brent Koch, has been a friend of the marathon for many years. He's participated in the race itself about 7 times. He's worked for the marathon as a volunteer for the past 26 years, and this is his 19th year as race director. He doesn't know how to say no. He keeps at it. You would think that this is his full-time job, but it's a labor of love. In his other life, he runs a law practice. So Brent has made it to Greece a couple of times, and he can tell you firsthand the value of eating pasticcio before you run a big race. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President of Houston Marathon Committee, my good friend, Brent Koch.
You're 45? Ted and I have known each other for more, and it's hard to even say this, Ted and I have known each other for more than 50 years. He was, no, I'm not going there.
Hide something.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me, and I apologize for my wordiness in advance. I just rattle on and on, but I love this event, and I love to talk about it, so just please bear with me. This is a great year. This is a really exciting year for us. 2020, leap year, that means it's an Olympic year, and that means we have U.S. Olympic Marathon trials coming up, and they are in 6 weeks. The most interesting part of all about that is the final day to qualify for our American athletes for the Olympic trials, for the U.S. Olympic trials in Atlanta in 6 weeks, is on our race day. We have basically 3 sets of elite athletes in this race as a result. The first group, and the group that I'm really, honestly, the most excited about, is the group that is still trying to qualify. 4 years ago, in 2016, for the Olympic trials in LA, Los Angeles, we had a veritable train of athletes come across our finish line, men, the men in particular. The women were a little more spread out, but we had about 30 men in just a single long line coming across the line just in front of the qualifying standard. And they all got past the line and they started jumping for joy and they were hugging each other. And we kind of had, our finish line people had to clear them out of the way because there were still people coming in. But it was just so cool to watch. I mean, for so many of these athletes, these are not real professional athletes. These are people like you and me who, you know, they have daytime jobs. They're good runners. They're excellent runners. I mean, they would win local races, but they're not quite at the professional level. And for them to make the Olympic trials, that's really their Olympics. And they will have family members come. We hosted the Olympic trials in 2012, and it was a terrific experience for our entire team. I know Bob Livitz over there. I see some volunteers here and there. I know Bob was involved. And we really enjoyed it a lot. So we have this ADP group. This is their last chance. I think the qualifying standards in the half marathon anyway are 64 minutes, so it's a little faster than it was 4 years ago for the men, an hour and 15 for the women. And I think they're primarily going to be in the half marathon because they don't want to have to run another marathon in 6 weeks, and you can qualify for the trials through the half. The second group I want to talk about are the professional athletes. These are almost exclusively foreigners this year, including our Greek athletes, because obviously most Americans are saving up for the Olympic trials in 6 weeks. We've got some great fields. One really neat thing that has not been noticed, as best I can tell, for the first time ever, our marathon achieved gold label status with World Athletics. That is the international governing body of athletics. What we call athletics internationally, but here it's track and field and road racing. First time ever we have gotten a gold label for our marathon. We've had one for our half marathon for about 5 years, but it's often very hard to entice athletes to travel across the Pacific or the Atlantic, either one, for a race in the middle of the winter, even with the good money that we have. So we were really excited when we finally got that gold label status. By the way, our committee, this weekend, we are the only event in the world that hosts 2 gold label events, half marathon and marathon in our case, on the same day. So we're really proud of that. And that helps us get really good professional athletes, because the first 5 athletes in every gold label, well, in the marathon, the first 5 athletes automatically have qualifying to the Olympics and to World Championships if they are chosen to represent their countries. So that's a real incentive for professional athletes to come see us. As a result, we have got some tremendous fields. I'm not going to give you names, but I'll give you numbers. We have 6 men who have run under 60 in the half marathon. We have 11 women who have run under 68 in the half marathon. We have 13 men who have run under 210 in the full marathon, and we have, I believe, 12 women who have run under 230 in the marathon. So some very good fields. It'll be fun to watch. Then we have the final group. We have our local elites. These are people who qualified by running very good times and finishing high up in their age groups in local events. And I actually have names here because a lot of them are here, and I would love for them to stand when I call their names. Todd DeMerchant. And I apologize if I missed any names here, or mispronounce any names. Garrett Reichlich. Garrett. Rich Frederick. I know Rich. You're as old as I am. Cal Neff. Over there. Julius Michaels. Oh man. He's got a cheering squad. Melissa Hopper. Allison Sorreo. Where is she? Allison, where are you? Oh, wait. Did she? She's not standing, but okay. Flora Lay. Trin Shee. Hey. And Sim Cuevas. Where's Sim? Stand up. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Two other people I have to mention here when we're talking about local elites are the people that have run our race the most times. Jack Lippincott, Hall of Fame member. Bravo! How many is this, Jack? 45. Okay. 45 Houston marathons. Yikes. And Maria Camacho, right, sitting right next to him. Maria is our women's leader in number of races, and it is 37. 37 marathons for Maria. We're so glad to have you guys here. And then I just have to do a few thank yous. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this short. I know I talk a lot. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's here, because you folks, by virtue of being here, are supporting this program. It is an amazing program. As Ted said, I've been to Greece, I've been to Athens twice for the Athens Marathon. I haven't run the race, but I was in the lead vehicle once. I did not raise my hand when they asked if I'd run. It is a tough course. It's a very rolling course. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the program. And of course, the leaders of the program, Giannis Remediakis is right here, right in front of me. Sophie Stennis, back in the back. Thank you, Sophie. And our chef, Dennis Moustakis. Where's Dennis? There. First time I've seen him tonight. Thank you so much to all of the church folks and everybody that's involved in this. It really is a tremendous program. Then I have to thank our volunteers. We have a few volunteers here tonight. Bob, I know I saw. Who else? Well, Jack, of course, is a volunteer for us these days. A few others. You help with the Greek program? Thank you so much. Sponsors, somebody else. Chevron, who has now been with us 15 years. The title sponsor of our marathon, Aramco Services Company, the title sponsor of our half marathon. H-E-B grocery store provides a meal for every single runner that finishes on Sunday. Memorial Hermann, the title sponsor of our expo. Plenty more sponsors. There's a full list in the marathon program. I hope you'll get down to the expo to see that. To visit the expo and pick up a program, and then on race day, come out here. The half marathon. Let's see, I'm turned around. The half marathon goes right down Montrose, and then you can hop in your car and go over to Allen Parkway and watch the marathoners finish. And that's about all I have to say. I just again want to thank everybody so much for being a part of this, and I'm going to turn it back over to Ted. Thank you very much.
I don't know how he does it, but Brent has energy to be what he does, and he does it very well. And as you can see, there are a lot of people, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of different people involved. Everybody needs to be coordinated. I think this is the first year we've had such a spread of the elite runners. And thank you, Brent, for recognizing those people. The elite runners are people who perform an outstanding time in other marathons across the globe. And they come and add a very competitive element to our Houston Marathon. The winners of the exchange, the Houston Athens Marathon Exchange, are selected at random from a group of people who finished the Houston Marathon in 4 hours or less. So if you look in the back of your, you all have the Hellenic voice on your table. On the last page, there's a list. It's got all the names of the winners since the inception of the Houston Athens Marathon Exchange program. And you can see a bit of a history and how that's growing. So this Sunday at the awards ceremony for the marathon, 2 qualified runners will be selected by random drawing to win a trip to Greece and run the Athens Classic Marathon. So if you're from Houston and you finish in less than 4 hours, you may qualify for the drawing and a trip for Greece as well. Now, I believe we have with us this evening the winner of our 2014 exchange, Peter Haney. Peter, are you here? There you go, Peter. Peter qualified for the Houston Marathon in 2014 and was selected to go to Greece and run the Athens Classic at that time. So thank you for being here tonight, Peter. I appreciate it. So this year for the first time, we're expanding the opportunity to everybody to participate in the Athens Classic Marathon phenomenon. This opportunity is offered through the Hellenic Cultural Center of Southwest, who is our sponsor of this event this evening. And you can see the banner behind me is talking about what we're doing to expand this event. The organizer of our event, Hellenic Cultural Center of the Southwest, was established in 1988 to promote the historic and cultural events of Greece with educational programs, with lectures, and different events. The president of HCC is Yanni Remediakis. Yanni's collaborated and worked tirelessly to put this event together. Very talented person. Please welcome Yanni.
Well, I would like to say thank you to Ted for every almost year he's here to introduce and be the master of ceremony. So thank you, Ted. I wish you another 45 years to be with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Hellenic Cultural Center Board of Directors, I welcome you tonight. I will be very short, and I hope it will be the best we can. Before I say a few words, I need to ask the people that really make this thing happen to come next to me. First of all, Antoni Kouzouni. Antonis, where are you? I want you to be next to me. Dennis Moustakis. Mr. Denny. Mr. Moustakis. Come here. With Sophie. Harry Yannaris. Because these are the people that they're responsible for what you have today. Mr. Kouzounis. I can't believe that. Yeah, well, I guess Sophie? Sophie, she's coming. Give her a minute. You can stay here, yes. So those are the people that they make this thing happen. So they deserve at least the proper recognition. Dennis is working tirelessly. How many days now? How many days you work so far?
Oh, I need numerous days.
Many days.
Many days. He's behind the kitchen, and of course...
We've been cooking for 28 years, please.
Yeah. So the pasticcio is 28 years good. Unfortunately, I don't see Mr. Kouzounis. And of course, we have Sophie. Sophie is the soul of this program for all those years. Yes, from the very, very beginning. Yes. Say hello to everybody. Yeah. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I gotta do what they say. Anyway, it has been a great success. I love being involved in this. So, catch a crow.
Fine-looking lady, you don't cross her, okay?
She's calling me at 10 o'clock p.m. to tell me when we meet, what you did, what you didn't. I said, Sophie, is that you? She goes, who else did you expect? she's such a sweetheart. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Sophie. And you, Debbie?
And you know what my theme is. Don't mess with Sophie.
I try not to. Also, I would like to recognize the new blood, Harry Yanaris. He's getting there.
Well, I just have one thing to say. Do you all want me back next year cutting the pasticcio and serving those oversized portions? Yeah? The diet spoiler, that's what they call me around here. Well, it's great to see a very handsome group here, Yanni. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thank you. And making this function and the activities a success for us. Thank you.
So I hope that you will take over soon, so we can have some break. Yes. So I really wanted to say something for Anthony, but he's not here. Anyway, how many people we have here that they are named Adonis? Raise your hand.
Tony.
Anybody named Tony? Anyway, of course we have Tony Kusuli, and tomorrow is his name's day. So, although he's not here, let's give an applause and wish him to have many, many returns. Χρόνια πολλά του Αντώνη. Well, since tonight I'm pretty far away from the computer, I will have my dear friend Harry to check the slides. If you don't mind, we'll have some little presentation there, so you can turn over towards the big screen. I will say a few words. So, can I have the next slide, please? Excellent. Last year, I was at the Georgia Round, and a lot of athletes asked me, can I go to Athens too? I did not have anything to say to them. But I brought that question to the board. I brought this question to the committee. And we said, what can we do? How can we send everybody? Why just two? Two are the lucky so far. But we want everybody to go to Athens. We worked for almost a year. We went through a lot of different opinions, options, discussions, whatever. And today, we can say yes. We can send any athlete to run the Athens Authentic Marathon. Next slide, please. So, ever dream of running the Athens Authentic Marathon? Now I am talking directly to the hearts of the athletes. Athlete is anybody who feels that he can run. It's not just the person who will go and run the full marathon. Anybody. So, I want to explain how this thing is possible. So, here's how to run the historical Marathon Athens course. I say Marathon Athens because they run from Marathon and they end up in Athens. And the best part, all expenses paid. Do I have your attention now? Next slide, please. So, as you know, Hellenic Cultural Center wants to have a building where we can have functions, we can have theater, we can have cafeneo, we can have all kinds of things, offices of course, board rooms, and everything. And this is how we came up with the program today. So one of the most important goals of HCC is to raise funds to proceed to purchase a physical asset to be used as the cultural home for all Hellenes, Hellenic groups, members to HCC, and of course, Philhellenes. Next, please. So the grand opportunity that we want to open this year is that you can go to hcc-sw.org, our website. But in the middle of the page, you will see the link. Click the link and follow it to the home page for the Athens Marathon application form and sign up. That's all you need to do. It's very simple. But actually, let's finish this presentation. So, all you need to do is put the information and put a picture of yourself as well. That's all you need to do. So let's take it step by step. Next slide, please. So, we will create your fundraising profile. Now we said the proper word. It's a fundraising. So we said, you're an athlete. We are an organization. We cannot fund unlimited people. But all you need to do is go around, ask friends, family, ask companies, and they can all contribute to your fundraising effort. You can share the link to your social media, you can mail it, you can do whatever you want. So you will connect your profile. You have to start to put a few pictures of you to make sure that people understand that you're a runner. And of course you have to tell that this is a 501c3 organization, so every bit of money that they put, they will receive immediately a letter that this is a donation which is tax deductible. Next slide, please. So once you complete the fundraising, you will receive a call from us, someone from the team will call you, to inform you for the details and receive your tickets, your programs, the entire package in May. This program will pay for all expenses as described on the page on the 6-day tour. You can see the 6-day tour either on the website or on the newsletter that you have in front of you. If you don't have enough, there are many, please ask someone to give you something. So, all you will do is, if you go and get a gift, yeah, you will pay for the gift. But everything else, including the airfare from here, from your local airport to Athens and back, hotels, entrance, guaranteed entrance, and of course entrance fee to the game, to the marathon race, you will have a very premium experience because people that are dedicated to this event will be there and handheld you to go to run your marathon and come back. 6 days you will have the opportunity to go around the Athens, you will have the opportunity to do some tours, see Acropolis, enjoy Greek food. But you know what, you can go and read the details of the 6-day yourself. That's all you need to do, so you can understand. So you can even extend your trip to include more activities, 1 or 2 or 3 more days. Of course, that will be at your own cost. But you can do that too, it's very flexible. You can even bring your companionship, your wife, your friend, your husband, doesn't matter, and they can share your room. Of course, you have to pay for the rest of their expenses. So we're very flexible on anything. And of course, you're going to have unlimited fun. That's the bottom line. So what you do is this. You go there, you sign up, you raise about $6,000, and we will send you to Athens. Everything paid. At the same time, a portion of this, which we don't know exactly yet, because it depends on airfares, it depends on the final expenses there, hotel prices and everything, it will go towards the building fund for our organization, which is, as I said, the 501c3. Next slide, please. So, I guess this is the upcoming event, but all I want to say is it is an extremely great opportunity for anybody who wants to run. And by the way, is there anybody here who would like to sign up tonight? Let me see. Who wants to go to Greece? Everything paid. I have a form here. Whoa, have the first. Okay, who will have the first one, right? Okay, here's the form. Oh, we'll have one more. Okay, come here, come take the paper. All the athletes back there, you can all do it. Anybody else? Anybody else who wants to go to Greece? I guess you need to think a bit more about that opportunity. you.